Hey peeps, how you doing? Right, let me just get you up on my computer so I can have a look at whether you've got questions or whether, just to see who's here. Why not? Let's do this. Okay, so I'm a little bit disorganised this week. I apologise. One of my staff members is on holiday. How dare she? God love her. If you're already a member, you already know her as Leanne. She's on holiday. She's having an amazing time and she rightly deserves it. But it's put me out a little bit, so because she usually helps me organise stuff. she helps me a lot, so I'm a little bit disorganised with the me planning, okay, which is probably why you haven't had a notification for this. But don't worry, I'm on it. I'm actually going to plan for the rest of the week so you know what's coming up as well, and then we're all organised. So I am going to go live around 7:30 all this week. What are we, Wednesday? No, we're Tuesday, aren't we? So yeah, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and yeah, we'll go from there, okay? And the weekends are slightly different, but yes, so at least you'll know what's coming up, what we're going to cover, okay? So today what I want us to cover is inverting again, because there's so much to cover in inverting, but in particular why you shouldn't invert by if you're learning for, like, you know, you're really new to this and learning and you are kicking up when you're trying to get your toes to catch up on the pole, like you try and hook the toes, okay, you're aiming to get your toes on the pole. So let's go through why you shouldn't do that, you know, the reasons why that is going to hinder your progress. So that's what we're going to cover today, but I just want to make sure that I am live. If you are here, let me know, and as always, if you have questions, just ask as we go along, and if you have any requests, ask as we go along, okay? Right, let's see who's here. Hey Kelly, hey Kathy, how you doing? Awesome job. Okay, so I have 15% left on my phone, so what I'm going to do is I am going to quickly show you, or you know, I like to shout you guys out. I like to shout you guys out when you support me. So I have added Joanna, who sent Facebook stars yesterday. We had a couple of people that joined our standard membership. So Devon and Anita. Anita actually has been a member with us before, so welcome back, lovely. And then we have some others that have joined as well. Some of you have joined actually for the pole circuits, which is included as part of the bonus of our Mission 500 membership this month. So I can't remember where we got up to, but I'm going to say hi to Emma, Olivia, Lessa and Monique, which is awesome. So welcome guys, you are on my board. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's get stuck in with inverting. So this is what although we've come a long way with inverting, and most instructors should know how to teach you, I'm still seeing some inverts. Actually, in particular, I saw it today, which is what jogged me to do this live, is somebody's in a studio setting, so they're obviously being taught by an instructor how to invert. They're inverting for the first time. I think she said she was in level 2, and I was like, oh, so this is how inverts may happen, okay? Or this is what I'm seeing anyway. So it's a whole case of this. Okay? If you're doing that, pack it in, okay? You get the reason why. Let's go through the reason whys. That if you're trying to kick up and you miss the pole, okay? Because the idea is obviously a lot of people are taught, oh, just try and kick, just try and get your foot to catch. So they end up being back here, they end up doing a massive kick and a swing, they're aiming and they're trying to get on and they miss, okay? Every time you jump down, you're bashing into the pole, you may break ribs. And now I know that sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. Lots of people break their ribs when they're doing this. So please, if you're hurting yourself by doing this, you need to stop. It's not normal, okay? I want to reiterate, this is not a normal practice. If your teacher is teaching you this, and you may be enjoying the classes, and I hate to be the person that, you know, bursts your bubble, but I want you to stay safe and I want you to continue your pole journey for a long time. But doing it this way, okay, learning those kind of techniques, you are not going to be poling for very long, okay? You're going to be off, you're going to be injured, you're going to need time to recover, it's going to set you back with your progress. Absolute total bullshit. So if you're being taught that, please just reevaluate. Is there another instructor you can go to, maybe in the same studio, okay? Hopefully we'll have a better idea of how to invert. If not, you know, learn good practices at home, okay? Come and join us. I can help you get your invert safely, okay? Just follow the YouTube stuff if you don't want to join our program. Just whatever you do, just do it safely. So that's one, breaking ribs, okay? And it happens way too often. Please don't do it. The other thing, breaking toes, okay? Because you are aiming, you're literally aiming to get your toes on and you're like, oh, okay? People break their toes doing this. No good. The fact that you are massively swinging up, even if your hips are in front of the pole, but you're still going, ugh, okay? There is no control. How can you build your strength? So lots of people say to me, oh, Cal, I can get my invert, but I really want to get my aerial invert. Now, there should not be a huge difference between doing a floor invert than doing it up the pole if you have learned the right way. I promise you, it will probably only take you like a month or two to like transition from being able to do it from the ground, from up to up the pole. If you are swinging up, okay, and you are just giving it all you've got to get up there, you are going to have to relearn again to do it up the pole, okay? You want to get out of the habit of aiming for your toes. Why? Because watch, okay, I'm going to do this controlling, but I'll just show you what I mean, okay? Look where my butt is. My hips are well low, okay? Now, you may have the flexibility to be able to do that, and you may have the control to be able to lift, okay? But if you have the control to lift like that and place your foot on the pole, you have control to be able to do a proper invert anyway. You just need to learn the right technique and practices, okay? So once if you're aiming to get your foot on, your butt is down, okay, you're not going to get those hips up to be able to do a really good invert. Does this make sense so far? I know I feel like I'm going on a rant, but I'm so passionate about this, it really pisses me off. So I'm like, I need to share this with you. So, oh, Susan, thank you. I'm going to get you on my board. Susan's just sent me some stars. Thank you, lovely. Oh, and it used to be her. This is the thing. It's really annoys me because I'm like, we've come so far in the pole world. We do not need to be continuing these practices, guys. If you're doing this, find a different instructor. I promise you, you'll progress so much more safely. I know sometimes it feels like a step back, okay? You're like, oh, but I've just got my invert and I feel amazing. I totally get it. And I really do hate busting people's bubbles. But like I said, you're gonna plateau at some point, okay? Or you're gonna get seriously injured, and you're just not building the strength, okay? It might take you longer to get a really controlled invert, but my God, your progress will be much more steady, okay? And you'll be so much more safer doing it. You're not gonna rely on spotters, and this is the thing, you can't really spot that kind of technique. And actually, lots of people that I see do it just don't spot their students doing that. And so if you are in a studio and you are working on inverts, and maybe it is a little bit just beyond you, okay, because I know lots of people do mixed ability classes, it may be a case that your instructor should be hands-on with you and being able to support you throughout this move. Now, I wish I had my Leanne, call her my Leanne, my little team member, bless her, to be able to demo, but she's not. So basically, if you are learning at home, and especially if you've got a partner or somebody who can help you, okay, so have them, so you're going to be in front, okay, and you're going to get into your invert grip, okay, hands, inside hand at face level, outside hand above, and you're pulling that pole down. We're going to tuck the pelvis under, okay, keep the belly button in. Now, what your partner or whoever you've got there is going to do, right, so you're stood here, going to imagine I'm still stood there, right, they're going to have their hand on the pole, just sort of around your lower back, okay, and the other thing they're going to do is they're going to support you underneath one of your legs, okay? And all you're going to do is you're going to lift up the other knee, and then we can they're going to be able to support you and lean you back to work on that tilt in a nice controlled manner. There may be other spotting techniques for that, but that tends to be what I do if I'm supporting somebody in an invert. If it is that you're having to support somebody a lot, you're carrying a lot of their weight, then they're not ready, there's so much more you can do off the pole. Work up to it. Inverting, like I said before, is not for beginners, but you can prep for it as a beginner. So I'm just really looking out for you guys. Kathy says, I've been in a class like that. In fact, I was taught that in my taster session. Oh God, that really grabs my shit. Oh no. Okay, if this is happening, guys, but the problem is if you're new to pole, and I get it, you don't know what you don't know. So if somebody is teaching you that and you're seeing them as an expert in their pole, you're in pole, you're learning from them, of course you're going to say, of course what you're going to take from them is you're thinking is the correct way. Okay, they're my teacher, that's how they're teaching me, that's the way I've got to do it. So you don't know what you don't know. But the joys of the internet right now, there's so much you can learn, and take it all on board, guys, okay? Unfortunately, some instructors don't seem to be grasping this factor that we can actually evolve in our training. Just because we were taught one way, I was taught to kick up as well. I still remember it very well. Trying to kick up into an invert because that was the way it was taught. Whether there were other things that or other ways to be taught back then, or whether everybody taught that way, I don't know. It was a long time ago, you're talking about 12 plus years, but I still remember it very well. So 12 years ago, yeah, I was kicking into an invert, or attempting to, aiming to get my toes on. I know a hell of a lot better now, and all the instructors should know a hell of a lot better now. We've come a long way, okay? Nobody should be teaching you that way at all. You should know your instructor should tell you the steps that you need to take to get there. And I know some of you are just shut off right now because you don't want to hear this. You're happy with, getting your toes on the pole and getting closer and all that good stuff, right? It feels amazing, but it's very short-lived, and especially if you get injured. I don't want you to get injured, guys. There is so much a pole. This is the funny thing, is that there are so many moves that you can learn, and so many like variations and different grips that you can do with moves that you already know, that you shouldn't need to feel like you need to get there too quickly. You didn't need to invert right away. There's so much more that you can learn. I think, well, we've got, in our program, our Ultimate Progression program, we have 12 weeks in, just beginner this is, 12 weeks in foundation, then I've got another 12 weeks in developmental, that expands on from foundation, and then there's an extra module called creativity, which is a little bit more, just more creative. So there's so much you can learn, so 12, 24, 36 weeks of lessons in just beginner, and then the same in high beginner. So you can see how you can build your strength so well in the foundations, in the beginner level. That's going to help build your strength up for inverting later on. Train for it, prep for it, okay? You want to be polling for a long time, then you need to be working the levels, guys. That's as simple as it is. I get some people's body positions or compositions are different, and so you may struggle with inverting. Yes, there are other ways to invert, but learning and building the strength to be able to control it. So even if you do get upside down a different way, for example, a side climb into your into like an invert position. Don't know did I cover that one? I can't remember. But you can do it that way. You still want to know you have the strength to get out of it. Okay, and so if you're not building that strength and you're just aiming and hoping for the best and hoping that you'll be able to grip the pole, disaster's going to happen, okay? Oh my God, I need to stop just going on, stop rambling. Let me just plug you in a minute before I die. Right, let me see if you've got questions. Oh, Daniela, thank you so much, my lovely, for those stars. That's so kind of you. I'm going to add you onto our board. Oh, Kathy said, oh my God, I'm so much love for stars tonight. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kathy. That's amazing. She says, love what you're talking about. Oh, honestly, it's one of my bugbears when I see people do it, is in particular when it's at the studio, because when you're at the studio, like I said, you're expecting to be taught by somebody who knows what they're talking about, but a little bit different when you're training at home and you're watching YouTube and you're thinking that is the right way, because you haven't got that guidance, and you're hoping for the best, but you're learning on by yourself. I mean, there's so many resources that you just need to find the right resources for you if you're learning at home. Come and join us, okay? That's what we're here for. We're here to support you. But like I said, if you are learning at home and you're not wanting to spend out or invest in your education, and maybe you're using YouTube or Instagram, please make sure you do research, guys. Okay, you need to research, making sure that what you're learning is the right thing to do in the order that you need to be doing it, okay? Because, copying somebody isn't always the right thing to do either. Do you know what muscles that you're engaging? How do you hold yourself? There's so much to it. Reach out if you are with a course or a program or membership. Can you reach out to the instructor? Can you book in for coaching? Can you have one-to-one support, even if it's on Zoom? Can you get that support and just make sure you've got the right technique? Sometimes it's like, oh, I think I'm doing it, but you just don't know, and sometimes that reassurance can make a huge difference to how you progress. Yeah, and so, you know, you might not need the coaching every single week. That's fine. Maybe you just take advantage once a month or once every other month, just to check in, make sure, am I doing this right? I've been doing this for a little while. Is it all good? You know, because like I said, it just makes a huge difference, I'm hoping a lot has changed. For me, that was maybe 6 years ago. Yeah, totally. I actually only saw somebody, I don't know what it's like in our area, Kathy, but this was somebody I just saw in a Facebook group, and I was like, oh God. And it's frustrating because I don't comment on it because, one, they haven't asked for that feedback, and they're really super happy about it, and they're obviously going to an instructor. So I'm hoping that these people will like look around on these sites, in the groups that they're in, and see what we're trying to promote and the reason why we're trying to promote it. But yeah, it was only today I was like, no. And when she did get up there, she put the legs the wrong way around. So this is the thing, guys, you can prep, you've got to understand, if you are doing for an invert, what are you going to do once you're up there? How do you hold the pole? Which way around your legs grip? You should be doing that from the floor, from beginner. Yeah, know what you're going to be doing as soon as you get up there, when you have the strength to get up there. If you don't know and you don't know which way your legs going, then get down, get on the floor first. Stay safe, Jesus. Oh, hi Diane, how you doing? Danielle says, I'm looking forward to watching the videos tomorrow. Oh, with subtitles, bless you. Yes, Daniela, I can't remember where you are. Czech Republic, I think. Yeah, Daniela, I'm pretty sure it's Czech Republic. And yeah, she doesn't actually understand English, but she come and joined us. She come and joined our membership. And then, yeah, so she's still learning so much from us, even though she doesn't understand the English. But then she will watch these videos on YouTube, like, because I post these on YouTube. And then she uses the subtitles to be able to translate. I think that's fantastic. I just, you know, that's, you know, amazing that she has that initiative to, you know, want to go further in her pole education, and she's not getting that from her studio right now in Czech Republic. So, oh my God, hats off to you, Daniela, love you. Cool, awesome. Okay, so that was super short and sweet. Hopefully you can see how passionate I am about you guys making progress the safe way, particularly when you're learning at home. But oh my God, the fact that you're learning this from the studio makes me very, very cross. So sometimes it is better just to find an online studio and get a pole at home and work up, okay, in a more sensible fashion. In my opinion, of course, okay? But anyway, right, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to comprise a list for like the next week of the topics that we're going to cover. So I am organised. You know, I'm going to be here 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. I'm going to be here 7:30 p.m. every weekday, Monday to Friday. That's the aim of the game. And the weekends will be slightly different, but yeah, at least you know what's going on. All right, right. I will see you tomorrow. Have a lovely, wonderful rest of the weekend. No, it's not the weekend, the rest of the day. I don't know what day it is. Right, I'll see you later. Shut up, bye.